Snapchat.
Snapchat ni online dating.
Huyu ni Gen Z.
Unacheka na huyo kwa TikTok.
Na dating. Achana huyu unakuwa wangapi ametoa TikTok?
Wewe sijatoa tu TikTok bwana, sijatoa bwana yote, nimetoa tu mmoja peke yake. Kukatiwa nimekatiwa. Moja tu ndio nilikuwa naye juzi peke yake. Juzi tu mmoja wa TikTok.
It's a musically app.
I remember because I still have the musically app. I know that.
Dancing app ushapata bwana.
Kwanza hata maneno ya TikTok mimi sijui, but Kenya nasikianga. Hadi nasikia mpaka watu wanaona kwa hivyo porno. Ama ni mimi nasikia zangu.
Watu wako live. Watu wako live wakifanya live.
Unaona TikTok usiku.
Anyone who uses Snapchat knows. Add mtu already pale kwa list. You already uko na bitmoji, yeah?
Ati nini?
Like a bitmoji.
What's that?
It's more like you make an emoji out of your face.
I know bitmoji.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like kama uko na nywele ya red, kama uko na braids, that's what your bitmoji has to have.
Wow.
Those features,
that
your
name
face
sounds
features.
very fancy.
So, unapata akina Alejandro ama akina Kevo wanakaa akina Alejandro. Unawa-add. So all fun and games until like to me a picture.
Kumbe it's a big
really
catfish.
Yeah.
He has exotic animals and he wants an exotic
woman.
Hapo ndo ungekimbia.
Red flag.
Sawa. Continue.
Listen. Mimi nimekaa kwa sofa making myself comfortable. Wait, unajua nimesha promise leo ni siku ni ile siku, unaelewa? Leo ni ile siku ya kukagua vitu.
I think I know.
Tayari nilikuwa nishaona. Kwa sofa ya yellow. Nilikuwa nishakagua paka vitu nasema that's the right size na kila kitu. Mimi nimetulia kwa sofa, hata TV nimejesha paka TV, made myself comfortable kama wife wa boma. Nasikia nikashinda chele amekuja pia na niekelea mkono. Nikasema acha ni ignore, nataka kujifanya hard to get. Hey! Nimejifanya hard to get, naendelea tu nasikia tu mkono inajiekelea, inajitoa. Najua hard to get. Sitaki kugeuka nimuoneshe, usiniguze. Kumbe nasema usiniguze. Mimi naona kitu ya yellow inaniangalia. Unajua ni nini? Nyoka ya yellow. Python ya yellow inapenda na madosi na kama
Nyoka ya
yellow. Nyoka.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Are we all right or are we all
right?
We are all left.
All left. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna say today, right?
Unajua jokes za Jane, Jokes za Jane never zinapitanga. Maybe I'm too old for this.
Zinapitanga tu hivyo.
Jokes zako mimi, I think wewe kama Gen Z, mimi jokes zako mimi siwezi.
Sometimes I don't get your jokes for real.
Amen. Praise God. Umezeeka.
Okay, nime-accept kuzeeka juu for real. Sasa nitadu. Mimi siwezi keep up na social media at this point. You're too fast for me. In fact, social media size ni kama kukimbizana na...
I'm too fast or you're too slow?
She doesn't even understand what is going on in TikTok for real. She was confused what I was doing for real.
Mbona nikimbizana na Kipchoge?
No human is limited.
Something is missing. Introduction.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, baby Jane, back with another episode, and this is
Chameleonaire Culture 254, and that's the gang.
Keep up, sindio? Yeah, guys, welcome. So, I'm back here. Welcome, guys.
Take over,
yeah, it's me today. Guys, welcome today on the...
Mgeni siku ya kwanza?
Hizo siku zingine.
Mpatia nini? Fagia fanya nini? Fagia nyumba.
Si siku ya kwanza wewe.
Jameni.
At least kunywa chai, my friend. Pressure.
Season 3
unatembeanga wewe.
Tuko season 3 sasa.
Unatembea unapata fagio.
Sikia watu waanza wewe. Kitchen.
Acha nikushow.
Wewe unacheka.
Acha nikushow.
Nicheke tunajua ni online dating banda wewe.
Acha nikushow. Unajua ni nini? Unaona huko? Hiyo ni dating ya ugeto. Ama maybe the African way. Unaenda unapewa tu nguo ufue.
Next time ngombe uka ugatai mai, ugathi ukatore mai we.
Umejana na msi leo na anasha kubake wife material.
Unakuwa na za beshte yake.
Usikienda wapi huyo?
Wewe. Wacha nimwambie kitu. So guys, I'm back here guys. The third episode here. I'm going to introduce myself. You all know my name is Vienna. And I'm so happy to have you guys again in this podcast.
Wapinduria Vienna.
Mama yao, mdosi wetu.
Wewe, wacha
Sponyo.
Itikia jina.
Sponyo. Ni wewe na watu wenyu, my friend. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in wherever you're tuned at, be it Spotify or where else, Jane?
YouTube.
Yeah.
We have Instagram. We have WhatsApp.
Today we even have TikTok.
Today.
Can you imagine that?
TikTok,
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, we forgot about it.
Amazon Music.
True. And today, guys, I want us to talk about online dating in general. Yeah. Because I think in 2023 ni kama maisha inaenda in different ways. Maisha ni kama ina trajectory ingine hata mimi mwenyewe si understand size.
No maana inaisha. One more month.
The traditional way ni kama sasa tunaenda tu tuki-evolve hata tutaki sijui kila mtu tu anataka tu kwenda juu ya laptop tuchape mbele tatu alafu ndio sasa tujuane and all that stuff. So my first question to kickstart itakuwa ni in 2023, do you prefer online dating ama do you still prefer the traditional way?
Which traditional way? I only know online dating for real.
Damn.
Damn, I only know online dating. Damn, girl.
Unaona ndio ninakwambia. I don't see understand trajectory ya squeeze.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone traditionally apart from Kenya the way when you met Jane?
Of course.
When you met Jane, that was traditional way. I only know online dating. You only know that. I only know online dating. How did I meet my baby daddy? Also, I was on Facebook and I was just like liking everyone's pictures for real. And I met him like that.
Yeah, you're very active on your social media pages.
Yes,
so
I'm such
Makes sense.
That's how I met him.
Maybe so far.
No, actually, not Facebook. Somewhere else. Actually, it wasn't Facebook. There was some. No, it wasn't even Facebook because there was no Facebook that time. Something else was not even online date. It was something like where you can
Afro
meet people.
introduction.
No, it wasn't Afro introduction. No, something different.
Twitch.
Tinder.
I can't remember. Tinder. We never had Tinder those days for real. Or online dating. Naambia tena niwaambie kitu. You wanna hear my online dating story?
Tunaenda huko. We're still going there.
We're
still going there. So you Vienna, you said you prefer dating online.
No, I prefer doing the traditional way. I would love to try it for it.
Yeah,
I would love to try it because mimi nikiongea kama mzalendo Mkenya. Nakumbuka nalikuanga na kachali kingine kwamba shule nilikuwa nakapendanga manzi. Na kwa crush kama lakini kakaenda banga kwa na demu mwingine kwa tango Halima manzi. Sio Halima anakuanga na mimi na nini?
Uko na damu mbaya na Halima
manzi.
Mwenye dera.
Halima na dera jamini paka.
Sasa mwenye uwezi vaa dera no anda.
Jamini nitavaje dera mimi mwenyewe.
Wewe matango yako ya Kikuyu.
Matakangu ati mimi na
Najua.
Yeah.
Jane, do you prefer online dating or the traditional way? As a Gen Z.
Catfish iwe.
Oh yeah, don't forget the catfish is true.
Catfish? Unaongea na kimzae. Hi daddy.
Amekuwekea six pack. Na baby face.
Unakutana na yeye ni katika kitambi.
What? Unashangaa kwani leo unakula baking powder.
Unaona la nini ma celebrity wanakuanganua hizi Spanish the soap operas. You know then what well
known. Alejandro.
He takes a picture from Miguel. Sorry Miguel because you're the moderator here. And Miguel is also Miguel Pole. So anachukua picha ya Miguel sasa. Nakumbuka Miguel alikuwa the handsome one for soap opera ile Soledad. Anaweka picha kama umse. Mimi nishaifota mtu nikifikiria naenda kumtumka anakaa hivyo.
Anakuanga na nywele ndefu tu.
That was like, let me tell you, I was like dream man is here. Nenda kupatana ni paka akona aliniambia paka akona bipolar. Akona depression. Kitumbe cope anakula kanguruwe. No, online I give up on online dating for him.
Mom nawe.
Mimi so far mimi nasema online dating ni kazi.
I feel
inanikula tu bundles
like zinyo ati emojis mara sijui andike
kwanza hiyo story ya kutext sijui eti lol sijui heart my boo. Ai, mimi nimechoka kudanganya wanaume hapa nje. So mimi I prefer the online way. Hata sijui nashangaa mbona watu wanakuwa na shida. Juzi mimi nimetembea hapa hivi, tumefanya podcast, tuko kwa train, msee anakaa hapo hivyo nishamcompliment on already, unajua vibe iko mpaka nashangaa nini mnaogopa kuongea na wanaume siku hizi.
Correction alikucompliment
na pia mimi nikamcompliment, unaona. So at least through that ume open up. Siku hizi I'm like, it's like mimi Kenya naona the only downfall ya traditional dating ni sasa. Kwanza huko hivi Germany size ni winter, kila mtu ameva hiyo beach face, sijui ni nini mbaya. Vitamin D3 level ni kama kwa kila mtu iko solo, na si understand ni nini
exactly kama tu weather.
So unaona hata ukiingia kwa train umechill ama kwa basi, ukitry kusalimia msee ama kusmailia msee ako tu zake, ako tu ni delulu vile unaisema tu. Sasa
delulu. Can you confirm? You know that the delulu has just felt me out. What is the delulu?
Sasa wewe umevaa beach face, unadhani nani anakucompliment? True.
Yeah, by the way, that's true. I can do
that.
Watu
wamesahau kusmile. Hebu Vienna tuambie, hebu unafaa kuanza nini? Seminar. How to keep a smile like that of flight attendant.
Oh, sure.
Even when you're in the train, even when it's winter, because I can't understand. But so far mimi nasema mimi na prefer the traditional way. Okay, nime have some couple of experiences with online dating, yeah? Na ndio nataka sasa tuende to the next question. I want you guys to tell me which platforms have you ever been at, ni gani mko na experience with, na mnaweza ambia wase okay, this is our own experience based on now how you
Snapchat.
Snapchat ni online dating.
Huyu ni Gen Z.
Unacheka na huyo kwa TikTok.
Na dating. Achana huyu na bwana wangapi ametoa TikTok?
Wewe sijatoa tu TikTok bwana, sijatoa bwana yote, umetoa tu mmoja peke yake. Kukatiwa nimekatiwa. Moja tu ndio nilikuwa naye juzi peke yake. Juzi tu moja wa TikTok.
It's a Musical.ly app.
I remember because I still have the Musical.ly app.
I
know that.
Dancing app ushapata bwana.
Kwanza hata maneno ya TikTok mimi sijui, but Kenya nasikianga hadi nasikia mpaka watu wanaona kwa hivyo pono, ama ni mimi nasikia zangu.
Wako live wakifanya live.
Unaona TikTok usiku. TikTok usiku.
Kwani kuna TikTok ya mpaka 000?
Kuna TikTok ya kwanga. Okay guys, there's a TikTok that comes at night. There's a TikTok that comes at night, guys.
You guys, you're doing
Please,
too much.
You have to start doing from 1 a.m. That's when you're gonna see all those stuff.
Oh my God.
So you've been over there,
The fact that you know it's creepy.
I've seen them. Like I just had to ask you, can I do it over 18 because the topic's gonna be very deep. So
okay, I don't want to ask you what you've seen, but Jane, can you tell us about your experience
Snapchat? We wanna hear about your Snapchat thing.
Snapchat
tu ni catfish. Anyone who uses Snapchat knows. Add mtu already pale kwa list. You already uko na bitmoji, yeah? You like a bitmoji.
What's that?
It's more like you make an emoji out of your face.
I know bitmoji.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, kama uko na nywele ya red, kama uko na braids, that's what your bitmoji has to have.
Wow.
Those features,
that
your
name
face
sounds
features.
very fancy.
So, unapata akina Alejandro ama akina Kevo wanakaa akina Alejandro. Unawa add. So all fun and games until like to me a picture.
Kumbe it's a big
really
catfish.
Funny. Yeah. Instagram the same. Kwanza unyoko na private accounts.
Come on.
Usikute hao akina mama yangu.
Sasa mimi niko na private account mpaka TikTok. Sisi leo ndio nimefungua leo.
IG yako ni baadhi ya IG yako si.
Yangu ni private.
Really?
My Instagram is private. All my social medias are private apart from Facebook.
But
I can't do Facebook because Facebook it has already a blue tick. Because Facebook has a blue tick.
Na wanakukatia?
Very very fast, chap. Kuna wenye hadi wako na one follower na wanakukatia.
Wewe hata mtu akiwa na one follower, si wewe unaona ni nini?
Kuna watu desperate times needs. Yeah.
Desperate solutions. Jane, for real. What's your experience? Hizo ndizo mbili ume nini?
Yeah, WhatsApp always, unless sasa mtu apeane namba yako obviously.
Kama msi anakujua, si ndio?
Yeah, true.
Irene, what's your experience on online dating platforms?
Experiences.
Oh, sorry.
Experiences, please.
Eh.
Okay, let's start back then when I came here in January. Okay, let's start. I'm just gonna move
Story time.
Story time. Let me do it. Wadau. Story time. Story time. Back then, Afro introduction was the only thing that was there for me.
True.
Mama yao pia anajua hiyo story. Sponyo pia amekubali. Tukaenda hivyo. Tukakaa kidogo kakucha high five.
Hiyo sikuwa.
Si high five. Mimi na float.
Is it 14 years ago?
No, not even more than that. That is more than that.
14 years ago.
More than that.
You're a victim.
Ndio nimekwambia story
More
time.
than that. More than
Write a
that.
book.
More than that. So, we went and moved on to after the Afro introduction. I never dated in between. So, when I got divorced, I started dating. I went to not even Tinder. There's something else. The something else was between their Tinder, and then Tinder was the cheapest one.
Na Badu?
Oh, you.
Well, yeah, Badu. Yeah, we had Badu. Badu was Badu, and then came Tinder. I was on Badu, and then there was so Ashlasha, like assholes. Assholes.
Wewe. Utakumiza majina.
How you gonna sense that? And then Tinder. Tinder, they were like, it was in the beginning when Tinder started, was a little bit better than you can say. Right now, Tinder is like, it's became like a hookup thing where you just want to have sex and then meet someone. No. Yeah, I know someone has also. Tinder, I know someone has been married there, a family member. I know a family member got a family member. They met in Tinder and they're now married. But I don't gonna mention the name because I was given this disclaimer: don't mention my name anymore. I know a family member. You also know that 2 family members actually. They met from Tinder and they got married there.
Yeah.
So that was Tinder back then. I'm talking about the Tinder back then. Those people have met in Tinder back then, but the Tinder right now. Excuse me, my dear. The Tinder we have right now, it's not the Tinder that people should be expecting, like when we had it back then. I met potential guys
What's the
back
difference
then.
between the Tinder now?
The difference
and
the Tinder before back then, they were serious, a little bit serious, because Tinder, the earlier one, you had to pay to talk to someone. You had to pay, but this time, they've made it free for everyone. You had to pay, like, you have to pay monthly to talk to someone. Like now we have like Parship. Okay, Parship is one of the most expensive one, and then we have the Elite.
Yes.
And Elite is one that like you go for like expensive
people.
And then there's one called Elite and Parship. I've tried Parship. Yeah, I've got some potential guy over there, but I'm always like scared of commitment. So most of the time when it comes to something like that,
commitment issues.
I always have commitment issues. Yeah, because I feel like if a man owns me, if a man owns
commitment
me,
issues.
I don't like when a man owns me. I don't like it completely.
True.
You talked of nini hii ya kwanza ya Afro introduction. Back then ile time tulikuwa opea. Yeah. How was the experience for you? Did you meet someone inside? I never tried
it, but was just never.
Never?
Nope.
No, me I did.
Afro introduction.
Afro introduction.
I saw it with my friends.
Venye tu inasema. Ni it's like mostly African
meeting white people. White men.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yes.
It's still there.
Inaitwa basi African introduction.
Afro introduction.
The white people have been introduced to African people. Afro.
Wait. Nani anaintroduciwa nani?
The white men.
Niyo app inaitwa sasa, hiyo ni 20 what ilikuwa ni?
Unaintroduciwa wazungu?
Sio ti kuintroduciwa, it's like it's ni dating app. Unaenda hapo hivyo unajiregister na unaanza kudate na all sorts of white men outside the country.
Not only white, there were also different black men. I tried it because where I went and I was living with my aunties, I used to see my family members, they do it. So I got a little bit one time curious.
Ulijulia Germany ama ulijulia Kenya?
No, even Kenya never knew something like that. I knew it through my family members when I went to their computer, so it was opened, and I got curious.
Mom,
and then I waited until, remember we never had laptop back then. There was PC, Florence. There was a big PC in the house,
Yeah.
The PC.
Yeah.
It was open. Someone had forgotten to close it. So there was like this website. I see like a white man kissing a white lady. So, and I was curious, and I thought it was like Facebook, and I logged myself in.
Mimi nishaienda. In fact nishaienda date mbili.
That's the most innocent thing that I've ever done.
Introduction. So this is my experience, Sam. When
as when I hear that.
As au pair, as being an au pair, obviously, you know, you're in Germany and you only have a 1 year visa. That means you have to look for ways on how to extend your visa. And the one thing is you have to look for a guy, get married or get a child, whatever. The pressure was everywhere. And having a gang of girls from Kenya, obviously, we're now gassing each other and, you know, giving advice, hey, fanya hivi, and all that stuff, right? So, nika register kwa Afro introduction, and I actually went to 2 dates.
Wow.
Nikaenda date moja, nikapelekwa African food. Kula.
Was it white or black?
He was a German.
Wow.
Both of them were Germans.
Okay, that means he knew of what he was doing actually. If he's bringing
both of them were Germans.
That's why you're on that app. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And okay, the guy, he wasn't my type, so mimi nikasonga. The next one nikapelekwa for a nice walk. Ilikuwa ni kunaitwaje kule kwenye mko mmeenda nini grill juzi.
Where was it?
Kunaitwaje?
Start Park.
Oh, Start Park, yes.
Nikapelekwa huko boss kwenda for a walk. Na unajua sasa ile tu kukua curious, mzee anataka kukiss, mimi tukakiss, nikaanza that kiss is very
uncomfortable.
Kissy. Ushai kiss yo unasikia una taste mate ya mtu.
It's not French.
Like,
That's an African kiss.
That was so yucky.
I'm gonna hide myself
so
in the
yucky.
camera.
Oh my gosh. So Mikasma, no, if this is what I'm going to be experiencing for the rest of my life, wacha nisonge.
Was it looking good? Or
Actually it was
because back
fine.
then they used to be like old men that would come for you.
Okay, both of them, they were maybe...
How old were they? Because I think you were around 18, 19?
No, I was 23.
23.
23 hapo hivyo
Jesus.
nikielekea 24. Yeah? So maybe they were 35 hapo hivyo.
Oh, that's ancestor.
Okay, they were 35. But sasa unaona ukiwa au pair hapo hiyo, that's not nini. That's not something to look up to. So obviously unajua you're looking for documents. So yes, there's some nasty things people have done just in the name of getting the German documents.
That's
so
true. That's true.
Usisahau hivyo. So then kuna hii method ya ukiwa Germany unajiregister kwa gazeti. Kuna hii gazeti alafu kuna address and all that stuff. Ni kama watu wanakutumia barua. Nilionyeshwa na besti yangu. Nilionyesha na besti yangu. So sisi tukaenda huko hivyo kwa hiyo newspaper ama ni whatever. Tukaandika ni kama nini anzeige inaitwaje? Anzeige.
Do you remember what you wrote for it? Because
advertisement.
Ni kama advertisement.
Have you ever seen it the way it's encrypted?
Ni kama advertisement lakini anonymous.
It's encrypted for real.
And hizo letters zinakuja kwa hao watu wa newspapers, and then sasa watu wa newspapers wanakutumia kama package home. And now you go through all of these letters that you have received, and then you can now personally decide according to what they have written. You can now decide who do you want to meet. Obviously they have put their numbers on or whatever. And now that time it was very funny. Now I think I was now 24. It was so fun. Now I was in my social year. So I remember my neighbor told me, hey, I've been seeing different men here coming into your house. What? Are you telling you have to be... But I wasn't doing anything with them, for sure, 100%. It's just that, unajua mimi I'm very lazy at going to the coffee shop, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Na niko nasema kama unaniua niulie tu kwangu. Unaona? Maybe ni wawili tu. Lakini the most one person that I remember was for real an ex lawyer. Now he was too old. Paka sasa kupanda stairs naona inakuwa ni shida, na akidrive Jaguar yake alikuwa na drive zile za nikaona this is too much for me. Nikaona acha nisonge.
Unasema Jaguar?
Yes, he had one. But still unajua lazima uangalie Jane for real.
This is where this is why my life is hard. This is where you went wrong.
I let him go. No, I know why I did not take him.
That's why I'm saying online dating. I know why I'm talking about online dating.
I remember why I did not take him. So he invited me to his house, and I went. Yeah, okay. Ex-lawyer, he has already gotten himself. He's a retired, not ex. He's a retired. Yeah, he has already gotten himself a 2-bedroom apartment. He bought it. Yes, a good place and all that stuff. Now, what icked me was the food he was eating. He only had canned food, like lots of them.
Mama, that means he's dying soon.
So no, he's being lazy.
Marry him, he will die very soon, and you will inherit everything.
Thought process, my friend. That's very wrong.
Simple math. That is girl math.
You ni girl math, I understand, but what the hell?
Jesus.
So many nikona, easy canned food ndio tutakuwa tukikula huku hivi. I was like, no, I'm out.
Mom, so una fast.
So ungepika.
For
real ungepika.
Kuna alternatives mingi.
Alternative.
Saizi najua. Lakini
sisi
24 mimi nilikuwa na mentality.
Sisi tungekuwa na millionaire.
Wanaikachi Ricky.
Wewe Ricky wanaikachi.
Ndio mentality.
Sasa
tungekuwa mbali. Si mambo na gari hata by the way.
The ex-lawyer.
Hata si ex-lawyer.
So mimi nikaenda.
Alikuwa anaenda kukufa, unajua hivyo?
That's what I'm saying.
Acha kusema hivyo.
Alikuwa anaenda. Alikuwa anashinda kupanda stairs.
Anahema, it's true.
Nini. Si mimi naambia experience zangu umeanza ku make fun of them.
Sorry, Moda.
Sasa mimi after hapo hivyo pause kwanza nikasema acha mimi niende the traditional way juu naona. Obviously later on nilikam could try also Parship. I did try, but hapo hivyo nikachapwa kiboko juu ya nilidhani ni login. Ni andikie wase kadhaa alafu ni log out kabla hawajanitumia bill. My friend,
I desperate.
Walinitumia bill, nikawapigia simu nikamwambia nini mimi mwenyewe sija nini akaniambia pana. So long as uli engage kwa Parship app, trust me, lazima utalipa.
How much do you have to pay? 35 euros per
month?
I
paid yes. And in fact I paid around 60 euros kama fine.
What? Mimi
I paid that money. It was very painful. And I was only one day there. One day or 2 days.
Kuna mtu amekurudishia reply.
It's painful.
So imagine.
Very
painful. Sasa I will not try that again. Parship is expensive. I think right now it goes for
it goes right now for 35 euros per month right now.
Yeah?
The last time I checked that was like last year, but the experience that I made with the guy when I went to visit the guy, remember when I told you? I've never forgotten the snake guy.
I put on your story by the way. What are your crazy stories?
I have a crazy story about online dating.
Yeah.
So there's this guy that I met. He was having, okay, I will not say he had his own life together. He had his own life together for real. Don't invite nobody there. He had his own life together, I'm telling you. So this guy had a company. This company was like it's like a gin company. It's a well-known gin actually. And then he told me after we had like several dates, like meeting, eating, going to the park, going to the movies and stuff like that. He was kind of this romantic guy. Alafu alikuwa mjulimbeng, Mungu alikuwa amepewa mzungu tu. Unajua tu paka
mzungu.
Si ndio? Kuna ongea kuhusu nini?
Mimi nadhani ni Mwafrika.
Nilikuwa naongea kuhusu mzungu because you are scared. You had your auntie for the first time akisema mzungu.
Gosh.
Kama si kapachuno Mwafrika, auntie ongeangi kuzungumza. Ilikuwa ni mzungu. I repeat myself. And he told me one time akakama akatembea home kwangu akaniambia he loves animals. I had my 2 pets actually. That was last year, but one actually, Mowgli and Dory. So when he came, he told me, oh, next time you have to visit me, I love animals. I have exotic animals. So many nikisikia exotic animals ikadhani exotic animals anamaanisha nini? Zile unacheki zile spiders na kuanga zimekwa kwa cage. The spiders that are kept in the cage. So nikajua my family, my son's sister alikuwa na spider. So nikasemanga, that's not bad because these things are closed in a cage. Tukafika kwake akaniambia nimeenda kutengeneza nini? Nimeenda kutengeneza drink. Alikuwa na sofa ya yellow. Acha kile yellow. Sasa mimi ninge kwa nyumba, mimi nimekaa, alafu It's this like he had his own. The house was yellow. He's made the house was really looking. Actually, it was a very it was a very nice open sitting room. The sofa was in the middle of the house. Like it's in the middle of the sofa is in the middle of the house, and then there's a window behind, and then the sofa. It's like your sofa at home, but the yellow one. You know what I mean? The yellow one, the one you have in your house, but there's this color yellowish.
Yeah.
That's what he had, but another style. So nikaingia, akaniambia, I'm going to the kitchen, I'm going to make a drink, I'm coming back. So behind me there was another door, so I thought aliingilia kwa the other door. Mimi nimekaa hapo, nimeshatoa viatu, nimefanya kila kitu, nimegojea ati niletwa na drink. Sasa si date night, alafu
ngoja spider.
Nimegojea nipelekwa room ya ma spiders bana. Nikaona ma spiders. Niambia I have exotic animals.
Spiders.
I'm waiting for spiders.
Listen, he has exotic animals and he want an exotic
woman.
Hapo ndo ungekimbia.
Red flag.
Sawa. Continue.
Listen. Mimi nimekaa kwa sofa making myself comfortable. Wait, unajua nimesha promise leo ni siku ni ile siku, unaelewa? Leo ni ile siku ya kukagua vitu.
I think I know.
Tayari nilikuwa
nishaona.
Iko sofa ya yellow. Nilikuwa nishakagua paka vitu nasema that's the right size na kila kitu. Mimi nimetulia kwa sofa, hata nimejiashe paka TV, made myself comfortable kama wife wa boma. Nasikia nikashindwa chele imekuja kwa hivi na niekelea mkono. Nikasema acha ni ignore, nataka kujifanya hard to get. Hey! Nimejifanya ati hard to get, naendelea tu nasikia tu mkono inajiekelea, inajitoa. Najua hard to get. Sitaki kugeuka nimuoneshe, usiniguze. Kumbe nasema usiniguze. Mimi naona kitu ya yellow inaniangalia. Unajua ni nini? Nyoka ya yellow.
Oh my god. Oh
Python.
My god.
Python ya yellow ila kunga na madots inakanga kama albino.
Nyoka ya
yellow.
Nyoka.
Snake.
Mimi
That thing was huge.
Me the first thing that
it was winter. I remember calling your mom, running with no shoes. In the street with no handbags, nothing. And the guy alikuwa ameshatoka na box na nikimbisha nyuma na ni kama kuna kama esto. Online dating after that. Snake. I said no more online dating.
Imagine.
Yes, snake.
Unadhani harassment.
Nikisema ogopa mzungu mnaniambia pana.
Mimi sirudi online dating after that. I learned my lesson.
Utapata lion.
Utapata lana
utapata marabo
kwa nyumba.
Ati ni pet.
Big 5.
Ati huyu msee ameleta Kenya mzima.
This is my lion.
My exotic animals.
Wanna pet him?
And now you're the big 6.
Big 6. So that was the first one. The next one ili catfishiwa. Bado hapo Parship. You have to pay, and then the people that will catfish you are the ones that walikuanga pia wamelipa. I still have one also from Parship, ananisumbuanga sana, naishi hapa Bambek. I think hata maybe hata labda huyo wa nini, hata labda huyo mwenye stocker bado ni wa nini, huko kule stocker kwa wacha huyo this weekend kuna stocker mwingine pia.
Na mbona ni watu wako na jobs nzuri by the way.
The banker, no, you know about the banker pia.
Yes.
The banker still stalks me.
Mbona mimi sistokiwa na tukao?
Unastokiwa na kina nani?
Na kina Mundi.
My sister. My sister. You know, I go to church. I go to work. Ndo nakuta nao.
Kusikia hivyo
Naweza kusikia hivi na shangazi ndio.
Nakimbiaga.
Unatoka mbio. Unaanza, oh, you go to church? Where is your ID? Where is your documents? Yes, you need to ask all this.
As in, I've had that issue. The banker still stalks me, and paka walewa anaweza kan unaona tu niknamblock. Alafu ana change number, ananiandikia namba nyingine. And then there's a day nilikuwa kwa Enkauf Centrum. He knows when my time
Shopping
to
center,
shopping
yeah.
center, shopping center, and I was walking there, and I was like, he was standing in front of me. He's like, "Can we go have a cup of coffee?" I'm like, "No, I'm busy." I was like, "How are you busy?" "You're not busy. I know you like coming here every Tuesdays and walk around and look everything." And
So
then
he
go back
even
out.
knows every Tuesday.
Yeah, because we had spoken everything.
Before, right? Yes.
Yeah, before we were like speaking, and I'm always a person who's always very honest, and I always tell the person kila kitu nataka kufanya. What's your hobby? Oh, Tuesdays I do this and this and this. So Tuesdays most of the time I changed my day. No,
unaweza waambia hivyo kukujie.
He can't.
Kama wewe si Mkenya by the way.
He can't.
Vitu zingine as a Kenyan just don't do. You just don't do them.
What do you mean? What should I do?
Guys, I want us to talk about the challenges of dating the traditional way versus the challenges of dating online.
Okay.
Where do you think it's hard and where do you think at least it's a bit easier?
Mi naona traditional ikiwa easy baby.
In 2023, yeah?
Communication.
Yeah.
Because unajua ukiongelesha like texting, yeah?
Yeah.
It's easy for you to express yourself without like seeing the guy, seeing the other opponent, the other side, you know. It's easier for you to express your feelings. It's easier for you to unajua ndio maana unasikiaga watu wanaitwa ma online warriors.
The keyboard warriors.
Bas ndio hao keyboard warriors. Because umejificha already.
We're not seeing that
you're
person.
You're you.
No one is there to judge you. There's no counterpart to judge you.
Hakuna macho yenye na kuangalia. It's just you and your
and you
your
can be
phone.
yourself. You can be yourself on
just
for
text
real.
whatever you want.
There's a time I was a keyboard warrior. I would just text any guy and then just wanna see what is gonna react, and I'm gonna even sometimes I've ghosted a little bit. Some guys that were 100%, they're gonna be with me, and we used to talk with them, and then I ghosted them. You can't pretend to be anyone.
So it's easier to ghost.
Yeah, you can pretend to be anyone online dating.
It's easier to also ignore.
Yeah, you can also. It's easy to also ignore. You can even be yourself. I can decide to be today when I wake up and say, "Kama nasikia kids feeling kama leo niko Rihanna."
Una tusi mtu.
Tusi tu mtu.
Depending on your moods.
Yeah. Moods mbaya.
You be yourself. But the traditional way, imagine traditional tunasema kuna mobile phone, hakuna anything. Communication ni barua ya kitambo.
No. We are talking of 2023.
This is out. Tunaweza sema tradition kwa hata for example ile ya kitambo, ukiangalia kitambo, obviously lazima ningekuja nitembee kwa kina Flow, niende kwa kina Kama,
niombe maji.
Niombe nijifanyie nimeenda kuni ati nasoma na Florence, nipatie nilikuwa nimekuja kuletea kitabu ya homework. Kama ulikuwa unataka kumtusi siwezi mtusi, lakini online I'm behind my walls. He doesn't have to come to my house.
But also ni kitu mbaya kwa sababu unakiongea na mtu unaona facial expressions zake. Kuna watu wenye wakitext for real unaweza ona the tone. Actually you can see the tone. By using your emojis, capital letters, it is vile tu watu wanakuaga na kuna vile mtu anaweza ongea uone for real amekasirika. But it will be easy for you to like see jamaa amekasirika if jamaa ako hapo.
That's true.
The facial expression,
the mimicking and everything.
Posture.
Exactly.
Wow. And what do you think about online dating and now sending nudes and all that stuff, or fetishes that people have out here?
Don't go that far.
Nini wamekuitisha? Nini wamekuitisha vitu moja wewe?
Kama
ameitishwa miguu. Hebu tuambie.
Jamani, kuna fetish nimepata online dating. This guy was the prison police. I will never forget.
Yaani bwana anafanya kazi yake ameingia kwa phone.
Yeah, he was really alikuwa very disciplined. Akifika nyumbani alikuwa anatishizo vitu. Kwa kazi alikuwa serious. So this guy alikuwa paka inherit mali ya babu yake, na hata nashindwa alikuwa afanya ni kama prison police by the way. Ndio hata maana kuna hizo fetish. Gari zile alikuwa nazo, akinipigia simu badala itishata nyonyo. Itishanga at least kujuu nyonyo, akakaklive akakuteremko huko chini. Huyo chali alikuwa ananitishanga nini? Alikuwa ananitisha nini? Miguu.
Afanyie nini my
miguu? Miguu.
Mama atafanya nini? Mom,
ati ni
women are paid out here.
What?
Miguu.
For legs.
Mom, what? Mwanamke ananunua nyumba
juu ya miguu.
Kai. Stockings. Acha
nimeitishwa stocking wewe. Nimeitishwa stocking na nina suruali yenye nimevaa chafu.
Acha ya mkono.
Suruali yenye nimevaa chafu. Kuna mwingine alikuwa na fetish na
ulituma?
Hapana, sikutuma. Mtu wa miguu
umesota hapa hivi na unasikia jina nishakupatia nini?
Wewe hapana. Wewe mistake mambo ya kuniambia nimesota hapa. Wewe nitume misuruali zangu. Unajua naenda kufanya nini na wewe?
Tumesota juu yako.
Wewe mbona nitume suruali yangu? Unajua kama mwenye kwa
kama tunadhani wanapeana juu suruali.
Sasa mimi nilikuwa nimesema
I think tuseme nionyesha huko mimi naenda.
Wewe watu wanapataga hadi 25 euros.
Hapana, kuna eBay wewe, kuna
it's
eBay.
A whole app. It's a
Kuna
whole
eBay.
app. Yeah?
Kuna eBay.
Let
It's
me
a
pay
whole
attention.
app. And umoja akikuitisha, you have like 4 others.
Na panties nani atakuwa kizinunua na hii 25 bob?
Hapana, wanachukua
Kwani
Florence,
wanachukua
Wanachukua yoyote.
Aya, hata ikujua.
Kwanza mimi stock ni vile tu niko live na inaweza wasomea. He used to write me. Kwanza ni wa Instagram sasa. Wewe tuseme tata ni online. Huyo sasa alikuja akaona sana na paka ananiambia nimtumie kitu yenye nimevaa kwa ndege. Stock yenye nimevaa.
Na kama iko na kashimo.
Anasema nataka hiyo. Nylon. Kwanza alikuwa ananiambia I want you to send me your nylon. Kama what nylon? I don't wear nylon.
Nimechomeka hapo katikati usijui pH yako iko aje.
pH yako iko hivi wanataka.
Hiyo.
The stronger the pH.
Hiyo ndio kwanza atakwambia hiyo ndio sijui 40 euros.
Aya.
Oh, that one.
Kuna dem aliniambia beshte yangu, kuna dem kuligonga aliniambia, alikuwa anasema alikuwa anakiambia wamtumie, anachukua maclare fish, ile fish. Anachukua kidole na pack ile maclare, anaweka kwa suruali. Unajua kuna kale kasmell kapuzi kale kakokombani kale sasa, anatuma hiyo. And she made money with that.
Mimi I know of someone, sasa ndio mmenikumbusha. Kuna mafetish zingine hapa hivi watu wanapenda. Mkojo. Wala tu ati
Speaking of mkojo.
Do
you know like what's happening in Dubai?
What's happening?
It's called potui or something like that.
Maybe the only one but I know ni
poti.
Pata
You can
poti.
imagine that one. Some word like that. Yani baba tu squat. Amekusquatia hapo.
What?
Wewe umefungua mdomo tu.
Nini nifanyike? Kwani mimi ni choo?
Listen, I've seen that. There was a time there was listen. That's something I've seen. I've seen it also on TikTok live at night, yeah.
Now how much?
But they get money.
They get money, the women.
Listen, wana transferiwa.
Kwani social media wengi wengine wanakuwa na successful aje. Zimesema mpaka leo wametaja influence wengi. Influencers wengi. Kuna moja ilikuwa hapa pia hapa live TikTok live. There's a time it was here live TikTok and it was happening. Yes, I've seen that at night. Yeah, ex wangu ni mtu wa mausiku ni yeye nionyeshanga. Ule unamjua mmoja. Twende nilipatanga kiwata kama kuna mwisho jingine kwanga huko. Nika follow. The next day nikasema leo nabaki hai. Leo nabaki hai nataka kujua what's goes on.
Wala ukionyeshwa ka kitu.
Unakuanga nako ka fetish pia. Nikakuwa addicted. Nikakuwa watch. Nilikuwa na watch niko zile za lakini nataka kuendelea kuna kama msichana atameza.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Yeah, just Vienna.
Sick Jesus.
Hizo do kitu. Mimi wacha nikwambie, mimi nikipata do hivyo naweza kuwa mgumu.
That's what I'm saying.
Mimi ndururu yangu hawezi pata.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's hard and money, man.
Hey, wait.
Hata imeshinda hii yetu sasa ya nini ya miguu ama ya mtu wa nursing.
Nakwambia hii imeshinda paka hata nursing. Acha nikwambie hata huyo sasa anajua sana kujolewa. Kuna paka ile na kujolewa. Na kuna wengine mpaka wakuwekwa objects.
Mom, kukojolewa ni sawa. Mimi hiyo ni sawa. Kulingana na like nikwe choo like unifanyie haja.
Hiyo ni nini? But where, okay, my next question is, where do you draw the line? Like, where do you set
I draw the line
boundaries?
I draw the lines when we start seeing like red flags, you know, like the one from the snake guy. Okay, I could have dated him, but I have pets. I used to have my cats.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about my cats, and I was like, no. You don't remember him? He was a good guy for real. He still talks to me like we're normal, like he still wants even to have contact with me, especially right now I don't have my cats. He still tries to get me back, but I can't. The fact that I'll believe in the python, like right now he's even have the second python. Mimi ni kadogo. I'm a small person, as in I'm 165 centimeters. That thing was like 2.5 meters or something longer than that, and especially the one that he has now, they're gonna be bigger than that.
They're growing, yeah.
They grow, and then imagine I'm left in the house with those such big snake, and then I'm there, nilale. Maybe nimesahau kuzifeed because sometimes I'm lazy, want to sleep.
Like knowing there's a snake inside.
That thing opens
house.
itself. It opens the door itself.
What?
Yeah, there's a time before so after that.
Hakuna wachawi Germany.
No, it opens the door itself. Nothing raises its high. It's after that okay. I went and checked those stuff.
I know, right? Say what I
want to sleep tonight. Jane, where do you draw the line of
exactly?
in terms of fetishes na Kenya watu wanaitishwa when dating online? Umeongea kuhusu Snapchat, umeongea kuhusu nini? Where do you draw the line? Unasema hapa this is also too much, now I need to log out.
Let me keep it this way.
Yeah.
My body is the temple of the Lord.
Amen. Amen
so,
to that.
Ask yourself, would God really want you to do this, to be honest? And also ask yourself, if you send, like, come on, the internet is a place where
it doesn't forget.
Picha zako zinabaki hapo. Always remember that.
Yeah.
If you send that Titty Tuesday pic, because kuna Titty Tuesdays like
even
what's channel on Snapchat? What's channel on
Titty
Tuesday?
Let me sit and look here. Can you tell us, because I think we are too old to understand what's going on.
The fact that kuna Titty Tuesday is
I thought like Titty Tuesday was like
uingiza huyu kwa unaona yeye akurematiza kuonesha mimi hapo niko out.
Lakini hizo zinakuwa free.
Ati
was trying to
I show my beautiful titties for free.
Yeah, just
I never do that.
Na ni wengi?
Eh?
Ni wengi sana.
Sasa mimi niliachanga ati TBT throwback Thursday. Sasa kuna mpaka TT.
Mimi niliachanga ilikuanga ni
next ulibaki
kwa TBT.
Mimi nilibaki kwa TBT.
Akina wana uelewi jokes zangu.
I swear mimi am out.
Zako mama wewe. Na mimi kama usezi umesema kitu tukabaki tuko zile letu na what's going on.
Vitu kama hizo
Vienna
kutuma by the way.
Which umemaliza?
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah. I think
Which platforms would you recommend people to try on?
I would recommend like Cosy-up is one of the places that I've tried, and there were a lot of serious men, like the one that still comes back, the banker also. I believe also the new stalker also comes from there. Yeah, story time. It also comes from there. Because he might have maybe seen me, maybe sent him pictures before ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah.
And then saw me, because Cosy-up unaweza chagua where you wanna see which people around your environment. Like I can choose around Hamburg, and maybe when you tell someone you're a flight attendant and he already knows you in Hamburg, he can follow you and come in anywhere. And then there's a prefer also Elite. Elite is also when you're living in Germany. And for all those in Kenya, I ask you to use, like, if you want to get a muzungu, try Afro Introduction. There's also
does it still exist?
Still exists. I've seen it, and there's also one called Vienna. There's also a lot of serious men there.
Really?
And Vienna is working very good for Kenyan women, and I also know someone who came recently through Vienna.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
You don't know where your luck is gonna be.
And also, there's one thing, you can speak German, especially at night when TikTok goes live. The German people, when they go live, some of them, they even go live. There's one they write like only for singles, and you can go online there, show your picture, and then you get your man online. It's there. It does exist for real. It's there in TikTok.
Okay, good. Jane, what about you?
Me, I believe in love at first sight.
So you have to see your minds.
I don't believe in love at first text or something like that. No. We don't do that in here. To see, we want the spark to be there, like, when I first saw my man, that's what we want.
I had that spark with my best friend.
Would you imagine me taking internet serious?
I have that spark with my best friend, and I knew he's gonna be my best friend for whole life.
Did you meet them, or did you meet them online?
No, I've never met him online. I met him in the office. I was called in the office.
You see, that's the thing. That's what even Jane is saying.
Yeah.
If you have to date, she prefer dating the traditional way.
I felt that spark with him, because when I went in the office and he stood up, he said hi to me, and since then we know him. We've been like friends. You know him completely. Our friend.
True.
Yeah.
Me also, that thing, if you would ask me, should I prefer people dating online ama the traditional way? Mimi obviously naeza sema 50-50. Juu first and foremost, online saizi, it's very convenient. You can be at the comfort of your places at home and all that stuff. First, we know people, we have introverted people, we have people who are, we have to mind all these people, unajua. And there are some people who just don't want to talk to anybody. And there are people who, like now when you're in the train, like I said, everyone is just wearing a beach face out here.
That's true.
So you just feel the coldness of saying hi. you know, approaching that person. So it's very, very hard in terms of communication, right? But I would say if you can just smile a bit, it doesn't cost anybody, and just learn how to compliment people, you know. Maybe that's a thing I live by. I do compliment people. Like now, the baby daddy that I have right now, I met him on a train station, yeah, and that was 8 years ago, and I asked him about the train and the connection, and he said he doesn't know about it. He doesn't even know what connection that is. And later on, I see him running and entering the same train I'm entering, and I'm like, you guy, you German guy, did you just not tell me you don't know this connection? I told him, I confronted him, because he was busy with his laptop and his mind was not there at all. So he was just, it's easier for him to say, I don't know,
to continue
with his work.
Oh, yeah,
this
right.
automatization, you know, rather than now having to explain the whole
and the
stuff.
Conversation for real. That's
Yeah,
true.
you see. So when I confronted him, and I came to find out, oh, he's just my neighbor, and that's how we exchanged numbers. And you see, now we have a beautiful girl together.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. So people should learn how to talk to each other. Just have a smile. Wear a smile. I think a smile should be an accessory, you know.
That's true.
That you should be wearing every day with
Can
you.
I join on that? I would also say there's also, you know, the doctor, the one on the plane, that I complimented his that was the pocket, Tache. They're like telling, oh, you have a nice bag. And he's the one who came and slided his card to me, and he's like, I would love to get to know you, but it was a little bit complicated because I thought he's gonna be like, he was diagnosing me with the type of he told me that I'm OCD. That was the first
What?
yes.
Gonna add her.
No, OCD
Lakini
because I was
madaktari wako na
cleaning.
audacity.
Yeah.
Badala kazi yake ya kupeleke chai, that's his work. Anataka
No,
kudiagnose.
because after we went for the first date, Okay, listen, we went for the first date. The plates were plated on the table, and you know I love plating you know how it's when it comes to making the table looks beautiful.
Yes.
So the glasses were meant differently. So I took my glass, Hauswirtschaft. I put my glass the right position.
Yes.
And I also took his, put in the right position. You remember?
Okay.
And then I took my
Lakini wewe ni
fork.
kimbele
No,
unapenda.
I don't think he was watching me. I didn't know I didn't even know what kind of a doctor he
So
was.
wewe uko na OCD for sure.
ADHS has been hyper. That's a hyper.
ADHS,
OCD is like you have to be clean. Everything it has to be like exactly.
You have your own
ADHS
order.
ni- pia watu wenye like kama number si 4 kama si an even number hawatachukua hiyo kitu.
No.
Yes.
For me, that's
Trust
not
me.
ADHS. For me, it's OCD.
Kama
That is something that I
kitu
came
haiko
to.
perfect. Watakuja wa rearrange.
For me, that was not perfect. So the fork, the way it was settled, I had to put the fork on the right place, and then my glass was like a little bit ikisongesha kidogo, and then he was like on his phone. I don't know, he was answering someone, and then I had to place his glass to the right position. And then he looked at me, he's like, does it everything have to be perfect? No, it was not moshene. Does everything has to be perfect?
Red flag.
No, that was not good. Actually, he told me he liked that. He told me he liked that because he liked a woman who's very clean and who's gonna make sure everything's perfect.
Yeah.
But the fact that he told me that I'm OCD,
He was trying to
I
take so personal.
I took it so personal. Till today, I still feel like I'm really OCD.
Ukasikia attacked.
And then I came to realize there's a time you also came to my house. That is when I realized I'm OCD when I made breakfast. You know, when we made breakfast and then everything, like the glasses were on the right table and the
Kuna ka face unakuanga unapenda kuexaggerate sana.
Watu
thought
wanapenda
I'm OCD.
kujidiagnose.
Watu for real wanapenda.
But I think I never even asked him what kind of a doctor. Maybe he was a really psychiatrist or something like that.
Maybe ni wa wanyama.
No, he was a doctor. He was a medical doctor.
Wa wanyama.
No. Animal, not a vet. Because the card he gave me, was written med something, not vet. It was med. It was a med doctor.
So do you have
something.
any questions at your TikTok app, Amma?
I'm gonna ask. Is anyone has questions about online dating? If you can hear me, can you hear me? Put your thumbs up. So because we're gonna.
We want to wind up everything now.
Yeah, we wanna know if you have any questions.
Online dating sio mchezo.
Send your invitation. We're gonna answer your questions. and you're gonna be a part of this podcast today. We're gonna write your questions on the podcast on Spotify and also on YouTube down there. Whoever asked the questions and your names too. Anyone who has a question,
if they want their names to be mentioned,
if you want your names to be mentioned, or else I'm gonna stop the podcast from the TikTok, and then we continue with the rest, because the rest, it has nothing to do with online dating or anything.
So far Google yangu inasema the top 10 dating apps in Germany, that have been rated. Number 1 ni Cosy-up. Like you said, I sidhani. Alafu kuna Lemon Swan. Number 2, number 3 ni Elite Partner yenye umemention. Kuna Cdate, hiyo sijai try. Hata sijai sikia. Na kuna over 50, watu wenye wako over 50 wako na hii inajiita sijui Zweisam. Zweisam inamaanisha having time for two, with two people having time for with each other, spending time together. Kuna Lebensfreunde, like life partner, Kuna plus treff lakini ni plus meeting ni kama kuna Love Scouts 24. Hizo ndizo top 8 size.
I've tried Scott 24 also. That was a member. That's Scott 24. It's Scott 24.
Hizi nazo ni zenye unajua foreign ni legit.
These are the legit ones, but they're expensive. Scott 24 you have to pay 28 euros. I know Cosy-up you have to pay 35. Elite is even more expensive, but Elite has people who are really having their minds together. You're going to get them, right? Yes. Yes, Elite, that's something that I can say, Elite for anyone. And if you have remember, actually I'm sending this message to anyone who's in Kenya and have a relative. I'm gonna give you a nice secret. You listen to me. If you have a relative and you want to be married to a white guy, Mjungu, or anyone who's in Europe, ask your family member they open an account for you. Once they open an account for you, you'll be the one who'll be chatting with them. But
here in Germany,
and then they can be chatting with that person in person, or once the account has been opened here, they can transfer the account to you. Because I remember when I was in Kenya, I could chat with people, all the ones that are in Germany, and tell them where I am right now. I could do that. I went in Kenya in 2018. I could still use my app in Kenya, but you cannot register yourself when you're in Kenya. It can only be registered when you're here.
In Germany.
It shows your location where you are. So
uende utembee town.
Upatane na wako. Na usivae beach face.
Usivae beach face.
Lakini tao smile kukimbia. Tao ni unafuta kukimbia utakimbia.
A smile does not.
Nasi ndio mkigongana tu mabega. Unaambia ni nini wewe? Ni nini lady?
Wani kuficha simu nini?
Twende date.
Jojo utaangalia
chunga nini gunia ya waru inapita. Inama. Nipe namba yako.
Taenda kuangalia. Aki nakwambia taenda fanya nguone kama unaweza fight taekwondo na kuambia.
Na any question ama tumalize.
Anyone who has questions TikTok, no one has questions. We're going to end up this live today on TikTok, and I'm going to leave up the
So ladies. What's your parting shot so far about today's topic, Jen?
Kuhusu nini exactly? Like
online dating.
Yuko na wenyewe. Yuko na wenyewe. Kila kitu iko
dating in general.
Wenyewe. Do what suits you, do what fits you. Wewe ukipatana na wako pale nje, at the end of the day ni love, sio? Ni love. Lakini pia msitume nudes huko nje, unatumia beshti yangu na nilandia, so yeah, don't do that. I'll see it. Don't do that.
What about you, Vienna?
Mimi nitasema tu wendo tafute mpo wako kwenye utafeel it's comfortable. Kama ni kwa park, ni kwa online dating, kama ni speed dating, tumesahau to mention speed dating where you go to a restaurant, kuna kuangana different people mmeka kwa meza, mna change hivyo. It depends where you're gonna get, mna rotate, as in if you feel you can't do it, you're not good in making like the way flow. She's a very, actually anaongesha mpaka wa shosho. Huyu paka washo angekuwa lesbian angekuanga paka na kashosho. Anaongeanga na kila mtu. So I also talk to everyone, but it depends. Most of the time anakuanga kila yangu nakuanga kwa simu. But I would also advise you guys, if you're looking for mpoa wako, usikwe sana kwa simu. Unaelewa? As in if you know you're single, tafadhalini make sure that you have attention to see what the environment is going on. But if you feel like mpo wako unaweza pata kwa online date, utapata TikTok, utapata Instagram, utapata Facebook, go for it. You never know where you
Works
got
for you,
where
it works
your
for
destiny is. Unajua mahali Mungu amesema hapa ndipo bwanako anatoka. Mimi nimesema relatives wangu wawili walipata ngapo online and they're very happy for you. They're quite happy.
So far mimi naweza sema hakuna manual. So you do you. Whatever, if you have the money to spend, you can join and see if you're going to find your luck, because hii luck siku hizi hata haijulikani kwenye inapatikana. But so far, if you have to date like Jane said, kama ni online, just have your own boundaries zenye wewe unajua ziko tailored to your own needs. Unaona? Hakuna boundaries. Sasa ni wewe mwenyewe uziset, wewe mwenyewe useme okay, this far I can go this far. I'm not going to cross the boundary. If it comes to traditional dating, mimi naweza sema I would prefer people to date more traditionally. You know, not unajua it can be lonely out here. Kwanza Europe, people are wearing beach faces here. Sasa unaona hata it's very hard to talk to each other. Even just having small talks about the weather, surely that's something you can have a like small talk today, you can just like have. Unajua. So stop wearing beach faces and just wear a smile. Let it be your golden accessory, and be open. That's one thing I want to try is leaving my earphones at home, because I think it can be addictive, and you know, sometimes someone can even stab you from the back and you don't even know what killed you, especially when you're in the train here in Germany. So I want to be sure who killed me for sure. So mimi nimesema mimi kama ni earphones mimi naziacha home. Nikiwa kwa train, kama nimekaa kama niko kwa basi, I want to be attentive of my environment, and that way at least it's easier for me to just connect with people who are around me, and yeah, maybe have a talk, and it's easier to get from A to B. So that being said, let's wind up.
Thank you, beautiful, lovely people. Thank you for staying tuned, and thank you for just being you. Don't forget to always smile and leave a comment down below, share, like, subscribe, etc. You already know the vibe. I shouldn't be telling you these things. Exactly.
It
so,
doesn't cost you a dime. And we will not ask for fetish.
Or nudes.
Or nudes.
Just a thumbs up. Just a thumbs up.
Thank you, Vienna, for coming.
Thank you guys for having me again, and I'll always be your guest.
And this is?
And this is
not your guest.
Millionaire Culture 254, and that's the game. Period.
Bye-bye watu wa TikTok.
Bye-bye watu wa TikTok.
Wametujoin leo
Yeah, wametujoin leo. So kwa herini.
Millionaire Culture 254.
The podcast. The what?
The millionaire culture 254.